This video app review is brought to you by the iPhoneAppReview.com.
What's up, everybody? This is Luke Patrick with the iPhoneAppReview.com. We're slinging out yet another video review today. This time taking a look at an application that's specific to the iPad, though it is still free in the App Store. I guess this isn't really a cause and effect kind of thing, but either way, this is called Piano Me Christmas Play-Along Songs, and it is available for free in the App Store, so if you want to go ahead and give this a go, it won't break the bank to give it a try, and you won't even break a sweat over any of the price tags, cost of entry there. So to explain this app very quickly, this app teaches how to play Jingle Bells on the piano in a very creative way. It uses its own very specific three-step method that's been proven to work extremely well in both adults and children, so we'll show you that in just a second. But before we do, if you want a little bit more of an explanation, you can hit Learn to Play and then go through and read this. It will explain everything about it. And this does use the Dorley music method, is what we're going to be calling it. So with that in mind, that is explained here, and they say 4 steps, and more like 3 to learn, and then another to produce. But obviously the idea here is to learn Jingle Bells for the holiday season, and then have that in your repertoire to entertain with once you get to those holiday parties. And the best of all, you can use your iPad to do this. We'll show you the actual keyboard that you use to do this with the the concert piano in just a second. But before we do that, we're going to show you the actual method. This uses a couple of videos to first teach you Jingle Bells. The one at the top here is called just simply Jingle Bells. And this just kind of goes through and shows you the song in case you're unfamiliar with it. So exactly like this. You have your nice little intro. And the app does make extensive use of these finger puppets, is what we've been calling them. Alright, so like that, we'll just jump ahead a little bit so you can get a slightly better view of it. But like we were saying, again, you do have the finger puppets here, which, it features this cutesy animation style that, would do very well with children. So if you are intending to teach the song to your kid or to someone else's kid or to a kid, we do feel like this would be a very engaging atmosphere for children. But on top of that, we just liked it. It had this kind of nice Muppety style feel that we greatly enjoyed too as adults. So either way, it's not very age specific. You could go anywhere with it. We're going to show you just a little bit more of this. And obviously the idea here is that the puppets, which are each assigned to one of the notes on the scale, do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do, will actually sing, and then the keys light up, and so you can actually tap along if you wanted to, or just simply watch. Obviously with this one, you're just inclined to watch the animations, and they are quite nice. The graphics are pretty great, and just get familiar with the melody of the song. Then once you have that down, you move on to the next video, which is a similar idea, only this time it's more focused on the notes, and you'll see as the puppets, instead of singing Jingle Bells, they will say do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do instead. And obviously the idea here is repetition. It plays through it more, shows you how to actually play the song more, and focuses on you obtaining this information and retaining it. So here we go. And so on and so forth, and again we're going to jump ahead just a little bit. Alright, there you go. And then once you have that down, again, watch it a couple times, get used to it, then you're welcome to go into the play mode. Here, there are 2 different keyboards. You have the puppet keyboard as well as a concert keyboard. But the idea, obviously, is to tap along and play this. And in the puppet mode, you don't have the black keys, so you don't even have to worry about that, and you're given just basic notes, and then obviously the puppets will respond as you tap on the keyboard. So that's pretty fantastic. It's a very fluid and organic feeling keyboard. As a musician, we can attest to that. It does feel very nice, especially the concert piano that we're going to show you in just a second. But in case you don't quite remember, you can actually hit this playback button and go through the song. Whoops, I missed a note there. But, there obviously is the idea, and the narrator, if you can hear her, is actually telling you the note to play. She's saying T, 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 re, sol, la, ti, etc. So, that's kind of how the app will clue you in if you, don't remember quite from the other videos how to actually tap along to this, though we still admit, we would have liked to have seen the actual keys light up. At least have a setting to turn that on or off. That's not that big of a deal breaker, because obviously the narrator is telling you, where to tap, but at the same time, in the same style of those keyboards that are given out at this time of year with the light up keys, that would have been nice. But essentially, once you have all of that down and actually have Jingle Bells down pat to the letter, you can go here and use the concert keyboard. And here you do have the black keys, so you have extra, not the black keys, but the black keys on the keyboard. So you do have a little bit of extra functionality there. And you have multi-touch, so you can play chords if you wanted to. This is a full keyboard, not obviously a full keyboard, but in the sense of full functionality. And of course, you can play Jingle Bells. Poorly, because we're doing a video review, but the same idea. So all in all, we were very impressed with what Piano Me had to offer. This is one of the best educational apps that we've ever seen on the iPad, actually. And considering the placement, right before the holidays, considering the price tag, the fact that it's free, and also considering the graphics, just how incredible the animations are and how engaging they are in general. Altogether, we are going to give Piano Me Christmas Play-Along Songs a solid 4 out of 5 stars. Our only real complaint with the app is that it only does the chorus of Jingle Bells. So you're not learning the entire Jingle Bells. You're only learning the, officially learning the chorus rather than the verses. So that's kind of a drag. At the same time, the verses are shown, so but not to the depth that you would really need to learn them. It's not emphasized. So you might have to do a little bit of extracurricular activity, working backwards to get that from the app. So with that in mind, it's the only reason we're going to give it a 4 out of 5. Otherwise, it's a brilliant app. It's free. It's holiday themed. It teaches you a song. It's easy with kids, too, if you want to do that. All in all, it's a brilliant application, and it does earn our 4 out of 5 star rating and our recommendation. And that's all we have to say about it. So at this point, I'm going to go ahead and sign out. But before I do, I want to encourage you guys to go ahead and check out our YouTube video channel. Check out more of our YouTube videos. If you want to hear my voice and see some awesome apps, that is the place to go. Likewise, you can go to the iPhoneAppReview.com to see heaps of our written reviews as well. And that's all I have to say about it. So at this point, we're going to go ahead and sign out. But we'll see you guys later. Bye.